Hey peeps, it's your girl Daxani and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to do a Meet the Artist video, and it's a new year, and since I'm getting some new peeps that are subbing and following me. I believe this is my second time doing one of these. Last one I did, I believe, was in 2020. I skipped 2021 as I felt like the first one I did was just kind of ugly. So now that I have a bit more confidence in myself and in my art, I said to myself, let's just go for it. So hi, my name is Daxani, or Dax on my socials unless you happen to know my real name, which I sometimes say on my channel, which is Danae. So fun fact about how I created my username, Daxani, I used the Organization 13 method from the video game Kingdom Hearts. For those who are not familiar, the Organization 13 are the bad guys in Kingdom Hearts, and they are known as nobodies. Each member has an X in their name. For example, this character right here, his real name is Lee, but when he became a nobody, they added an X to his name and mixed around the letters, and his Organization 13 name is Axel. For my name, I added an X to Danae, and visually the Y in my name was just not appealing enough, so I changed the Y into an I, and I've been rolling with it since. I am 31 years old and forever young, and will be 32 in April of this year. Yay! And if you are also a fellow millennial, send some blue hearts in the comments section. Ayo! I was born and raised in good old expensive California. If you are a Harry Potter fan, I am a Slytherin, if that matters. No, I am not evil, I'm just very ambitious and determined. I love dogs, but I don't have any dogs of my own or just pets in general at the moment. I have one sibling, a younger brother. He is so cool. He's a dancer and becoming a lovely photographer. I love my little bro. He's out there doing big things. Go check out his Instagram for the dancing, and sometimes he'll occasionally post little pictures that he took and stuff, you know, being the photographer that he is becoming. So support the little bro, check him out, you know. If you like his stuff, feel free to follow. But yeah, I'll put all his information in the description box. Now the big question in relating to art, how long have you been drawing for? Well, maybe somewhere in between elementary school. I won a drawing contest and won 3rd place. I had to be maybe 7 years old or something, I don't know. Then of course when I got into Sailor Moon and Dragon Ball Z, hitting that anime phase of drawing, there was a lot of pointed faces because of how the characters from Dragon Ball Z were drawn. I would often draw my own female Super Saiyan all the time because, you know, Super Saiyans are badass, and it's like, there are no female Super Saiyans? You're telling me there is not one female? But apparently, which I don't keep up with anymore with Dragon Ball Z, there is a female Super Saiyan after all this time, and I should probably catch up on that because that's like kind of my childhood dream coming true. But then the pointy jaw lines became a lot smoother as I got into reading more manga, and then also too, my love for Disney started to grow even more. I always watched Disney movies as a child. Like my very first Disney movie I watched when I was little, my parents put on The Jungle Book, and ever since then I've been hooked. Okay, so a lot of my inspiration today has definitely been influenced by Disney. But of course, as social media became really big, I discovered more artists, and I've just have a list of artists that have influenced me. Also, I would like to point out, as the huge Disney fan I am, a fun fact, right? Here's the fun fact stuff. So I used to work at Disneyland. I joined the Disney College program, which brought me the opportunity to work there. I had worked as a food service worker at the Plaza Inn, which was a great experience, and this was maybe, I think, in 2014. My favorite princess movie is Beauty and the Beast, and Belle is just my #1 favorite Disney princess. Her and I have very similar personalities and interests, and also like her father's an inventor and my father has always built things for me growing up, like even down to like cosplay items. My dad is just very inventive like that. But my favorite Disney movie, like regular Disney movie, is Peter Pan. I'm a huge movie buff, just in case you guys didn't really notice. I love watching any type of movies, and I can be a little bit of a critic, as you may have seen some of my movie reviews here on this channel. Now, when I'm not drawing, I'll be playing some Dead by Daylight or Back 4 Blood or just any type of video games, right? And they are just a major stress reliever, and I just get so into it. My favorite gaming channel for the longest time has been Burleezy, #EasyGang. If I'm not gaming, then I'm exercising. I love going to the gym and being active, as I've always been since playing basketball from 8 years old or so, and I played throughout all my 4 years of high school. But then, you know, after high school, there was college, and then I got into a relationship, and then there was this weight put on. There was the college weight, and then there was the happy weight from being in a relationship. I'll go ahead and put up some before and after pictures. The one on the right is the most recent, which is like I weighed 160 pounds on the left. In the middle was I think 136, and then now it's like roughly around 154, 155 of muscle. If you guys are genuinely curious and would like to know more about my whole weight loss journey, I actually have a video on that. I'll go ahead and link that in the description box of this video. And finally, one last fun fact about myself, which I don't talk about often, but I might as well since we're here. So there was a point that I was, quote, musically famous, unquote, before it became TikTok. My verified account is Daxani, but I don't use it. I kind of, I guess, rebranded myself by making a whole TikTok account for my art, because when I did start posting art on my verified account, like people kept asking me like, when are you gonna post transition videos? Because that's what I was known for. I would do all these really cool like transition videos to like different songs, and people just loved that. But then I kind of just got tired of that. I didn't have, and they took a while to make too, and I just didn't have that time. But I still keep my verified account because I have a lot of memories with a lot of awesome people that I made friends with at that time. Like I got to go to Texas because I was invited to be part of this meet and greet, and I met some really amazing people. I met some fans and stuff like that, which was definitely a different vibe for me. I've always been kind of, I guess I've been that turtle in a shell. I guess in a way, like I treat this as a small experience, but at the same time, this experience really helped me break out of that shell. It helped me be a little bit more outspoken, to kind of just be the first to initiate like, hey, how you doing? And because of that verified account, another cool thing happened. I ended up being on this show on Disney XD called Polaris Primetime. The show had to do with gaming. I met Swoozy, Strawberry 17, Jimmy Wong, Matt Pat, and so many more other people, and it was definitely a fun experience. I don't know if I'd do it again because being on camera was just nerve-wracking, but everybody else made it comfortable to be on camera. But as for the show itself, it didn't last long. It only lasted for one season, and that was it. In a sense, I'm comfortable with being on camera, being that I do YouTube videos and I film myself, and then also I do have another YouTube account. I think it's just called Daxani, where this one is DaxaniArt. But on the Daxani one, that was for my Musical.ly, right? And I would do tutorials of how to do really cool transitions, and I ended up making it to like 30,000 subs and all that stuff. And I'm pretty sure all of you are like, why aren't you using that channel for your art? And it's because, well, like that 30,000 that followed me for transition tutorials. And I did try to put art on there, and they just weren't really hitting because people weren't there for my art. So of course I rebranded. I made a whole new account and I started from fresh because I wanted people who wanted to be there for my art, that liked my art, that can relate to my art and my art journey. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me to even use that account because, for one, you know, YouTube, they rely on views, and being that all those people followed me for transitions and now I'm doing art that they don't really care about, my view count is going to go down, which is probably going to take me out of the whole monetization thing that they have, you know. And then even with my verified Musical.ly, which is now TikTok account, I just like to have it just to reminisce and watch my old videos that I made, that I created, and even like cool videos that I've done with the friends that I made on the app. Well, that's it for today's video, but if you guys have any other further questions, feel free to ask them below in the comments section and I will be sure to answer them. But I would love it if you guys definitely introduced yourself and your interests and the type of art that you do as well. You know, maybe you'll find an artist in the comment section that you want to follow and all that stuff. I want to be able to get to know you guys as well. So yeah, if you guys like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you're new, feel free to subscribe and don't feel obligated to, it's just a suggestion. But once again, thank you all for listening and thanks for watching, and I shall chat with you soon in the next video. Bye.